right now on 18 Eyewitness News.
I'm Star Tracker Chief Meteorologist Dustin Kopp. I'll let you know if we'll see any rain on your Wednesday.
NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden is still on the run. Also, remembering the 19 elite firefighters killed in the line of duty. Plus, an Amtrak dream may become a reality. 18 Eyewitness News starts right now.
18 Eyewitness News starts now.
National Security Agency whistleblower Edward Snowden is beginning to feel the long reach of the U.S. government. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Fred Dawkins. Our top story on 18 Eyewitness News. Tuesday marked his 10th day hiding out in a Moscow airport, and it appears that he's got nowhere to go. One by one, countries around the world are heeding the U.S. warning not to get involved. Charlene Israel reports.
Edward Snowden is hitting some hurdles in his attempts to seek refuge outside of the U.S. Over the weekend, the NSA leaker applied for asylum in Russia. On Tuesday, he reportedly withdrew that request when he learned of President Vladimir Putin's terms. Snowden could only stay in the country if he stopped leaking U.S. secrets. The U.S. and Russia don't have an extradition treaty, but President Obama says high-level talks continue.
Mr. Snowden, we understand, has traveled there without a valid passport, without legal papers, and we are hopeful that the Russian government makes decisions based on the normal procedures regarding international travel and the normal interactions that law enforcement have.
Putin doesn't seem to be on the same page, saying he has no plans to turn Snowden over to the United States. WikiLeaks says Snowden's requests for asylum from several other countries have recently been denied, and Ecuador, his original destination, is beginning to distance itself, giving mixed signals about whether it will shelter him. In a statement attributed to Snowden on the WikiLeaks website, he blasted Obama, saying, "Although I am convicted of nothing, the United States has unilaterally revoked my passport, leaving me a stateless person without any judicial order. The administration now seeks to stop me exercising a basic right, a right that belongs to everybody, the right to seek asylum." Over the weekend, Snowden leaked that the U.S. has been eavesdropping on European Union offices in Washington and New York. President Obama says if he wants to know what U.S. allies are doing, he'll simply ask them. But European leaders are now demanding answers.
Nicholas Hager's case has been tentatively set for trial. Two of his cases have been set for March 6th on number 3 and number 4 settings behind two other cases. In one case, he's charged with attempted enticement of a child, attempted kidnapping, sexual misconduct, and misdemeanor sexual misconduct. In the other case, he's charged with attempted enticement of a child and misdemeanor sexual misconduct. He has previous convictions for misdemeanor sexual misconduct as well. He's also got 3 cases pending that are not yet scheduled for trial. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you the latest on KDKZ18.com and 18 Eyewitness News. The Normandy School District will pay to send students to Francis Howell schools in St. Charles County. The Missouri Supreme Court recently upheld a 1993 state law requiring unaccredited school districts like Normandy to pay for students to attend other nearby schools. Normandy school officials have decided that if their students want to ride the bus to a better performing district, they'll have to enroll in Francis Howell, which is more than 20 miles away. Normandy families may choose to attend other districts, but they must find their own way to those schools. Well, even though we haven't seen too much heat this summer, the summertime heat is on and the risk of getting sick becomes higher. Farmington Fire Chief Todd Meese says that everyone becomes at risk.
Now, even above that high risk group, people, it's even seasoned to the heat. When we start seeing the heat indices get 100 degrees or higher, everybody becomes at risk.
Todd gives our viewers some tips to keep safe during the hot summer months.
Biggest thing is, if you're not used to the heat, is work your way into it. Don't go out there and stay for a prolonged exposure, short periods, till your body becomes more acclimated. Hydration is the biggest factor. Making sure you're hydrated before you go out and remaining hydrated during your period out. And water, sports drinks, avoiding soda and especially alcoholic beverages as much as possible.
Todd mentions that if you feel sick because of the heat, don't hesitate to call for help. Now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. And Dustin, what's the 4th of July look like?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. Temperatures across the area definitely on the cooler side than what we've been seeing. They're still mild, 70 right now in Ironton and Fredericktown, 69 in St. Genevieve, 72 right now in Cape Girardeau. Going out and about this evening, you may need a jacket if you're going out and about. 69 degrees at 7 p.m. with showers and thunderstorms likely. Showers and thunderstorms at 9 p.m. Temperature at 65. Then by midnight, about 61 degrees. How long will these cooler temperatures last? And when we see any showers and thunderstorms for your Wednesday and even on the 4th of July, I'll let you know coming up later in your Storm Tracker weather forecast.
And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, remembering the 19 elite firefighters killed in the line of duty. That story coming up on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archer Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archer Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins and Dustin Kopp. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
The lethal wildfire in Arizona continued to rage uncontrolled on Tuesday, with officials reporting the blaze 0% contained. The 19 elite firefighters who died battling the blaze were remembered in a heartbreaking memorial on Monday. The men died Sunday afternoon when a wind-whipped wall of 20-foot flames suddenly trapped them in a tinderbox. Their emergency shelters were no match for the inferno. Most of the men were still in their 20s and dedicated to their families and their jobs.
Andrew Ashcraft, 29.
We celebrated their dad and the hero that he is and will always be, and he's an angel for us now.
My heart was breaking. I just can't even imagine how the families and the friends that knew these individuals feel.
Meanwhile, investigators from around the country have arrived in Arizona to try to figure out what caused this terrible tragedy. On Monday, Governor Jay Nixon vetoed Senate Bill 224, which would have reduced the maximum penalty for minors who use false identification to obtain access to casinos and allowed those convicted of criminal non-support to expunge their offenses from the public record. The state of Missouri takes illegal gambling seriously and has appropriately devised strong laws and penalties to combat these types of offenses. However, underage age gambling continues to be a problem. Since 1997, Missouri casinos have paid $1.66 million in fines related to underage gamblers. A St. Louis building with a long history is expected to come down this week. A wrecking crew will begin dismantling the Couples 7 warehouse. Spirits Wrecking Company will need about 3 months to tear down the structure, since much of the red brick and some of the heavy timber frame can be salvaged. The 7-story building is on the National Register of Historic Places. It was condemned by the city in 2008, and barricades were put up after it nearly collapsed in 2011. A St. Louis County man has been sentenced to 7 years in prison for crimes that included stealing more than $500 from his 4-year-old nephew's piggy bank. 31-year-old Baron Clemise was sentenced on Monday. He had pleaded guilty in 2 cases. Investigators say Clemise asked to borrow $2 in quarters from his sister while visiting her house. She told him to get the 8 quarters from the piggy bank. But police say Clemise emptied the bank instead and spent the boy's money on drugs and prostitutes. Clemise also pleaded guilty to an unrelated burglary and stealing case. Both crimes happened last year. Up next, an Amtrak dream may become a reality. 18 Eyewitness News will be right back.
Here's Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crossley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
As I get ready to go into surgery, I remind myself what it's about. It's about God. It's about caring. It's about trust. It's about respect. It's about back pain. It's about neck pain. It's about questions. It's about answers. It's about people, not just patients. It's about you. It's about us. It is Heartland Spine. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
What once was a dream may soon become a reality. Work is continuing on getting an Amtrak stop in the Arcadia Valley area. Carol Kelsheimer says that work on this project has been going on for a few years.
Our first meeting started in November of 2010, and we had some interested citizens of the community come to us, wanting to know just what it would take for us to get the Amtrak to stop here.
Carol tells 18 Eyewitness News that to get the ball rolling, they had a lot of conversations with Amtrak.
First of all, we had a lot of conversations with Amtrak in Washington, D.C. They gave us the guidelines that we had to follow, and one of the first things we had to do was to hire some engineers to prepare a design plan for the platform. And we did that with ESS out of Sedalia, Missouri. They had experience with the Sedalia platform. And they prepared a design plan, and we submitted it to Amtrak, and Amtrak then reviewed it.
Carol tells us that there is still a lot of work to do, so a date cannot be determined at this time or when the stop will be ready. A former Springfield PTA leader has pleaded guilty to stealing as part of a tentative plea agreement. 30-year-old Jordan Joy Peck faced 2 counts of felony stealing in the theft of at least $500 from the Wanda Gray Elementary PTA and the school's Girl Scout troop. The total amount she's accused of stealing has not been disclosed. Joy Peck pleaded guilty to 1 count of felony stealing on Monday. Under the plea agreement, she could be placed on probation or given a suspended sentence. It also calls for her to pay restitution of about $2,500 to the PTA. If convicted, she faces up to 7 years in prison and a fine of up to $5,000 on each count. Sentencing is scheduled for September 26th. A federal judge has approved a preliminary order requiring the former bookstore director at Missouri State University to forfeit several certificates of deposit. U.S. District Judge Gary Fenner approved the preliminary order on Monday requiring Mark Brixey to hand over 12 certificates of deposit. Brixey admitted in March that he stole about $1.1 million from the university bookstore over a decade. The judge's preliminary forfeiture order would become final at sentencing. No sentencing date has been set. Bishop James Johnston recently announced that effective Monday, Father Shabi Shediya will begin a new assignment as pastor at St. Catherine of Sienera Parish in Piedmont, St. George Mission in Van Buren, and Our Lady of Sorrows Mission in Williamsville. Born in Kerala, the southern part of India, Father Shediya was ordained to the priesthood in 2006 in India, and we wish him the best. NBC has announced that they will air a sequel to the hit miniseries, The Bible. The original 10-part miniseries had huge ratings on the History Channel. It attracted an average of 10 million viewers per episode and more than 11 million for its finale on Easter Sunday. It was also the #1 new cable series of 2013. Now, the network said Monday that it will join with producer Mark Burnett and his actress wife Roma Downey on the sequel. Burnett and Downey produced the Bible, which aired in March. The working title for the sequel is AD, Beyond the Bible. The series will begin with the days after Jesus' betrayal and his death.
What does your Wednesday forecast look like? I'll let you know coming up. We'll be right back.
More than 70% of the U.S. experience back or neck pain within our lifetime. For many, it goes away within 4 to 6 weeks, but some require more than just time. If you need help treating your back or neck pain, contact Dr. Frank Hayward at Heartland Spine Institute. Dr. Hayward is the area's expert in minimally invasive and laser spine surgery. Tiny incision, big results. Changing lives, saving lives. That's what we do.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
And welcome back. Right now, cloudy skies and 70 degrees is our current temperature, and it feels like 70 out there. Current dew point 59, 68% humidity, 66% humidity. That wind right now coming out of the north about 6 miles per hour. Throughout southeast Missouri, temperatures not too bad, a little bit on the chilly side, but not too bad. We're in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Definitely as the temperatures drop a little bit this evening, you may need the jacket going out and about. Throughout the state of Missouri, we're also seeing temperatures on the cooler side. 76 right now in Columbia, 77 in Springfield, a little bit warmer at 79 in Kansas City. But as the eastern portion of the state, a little bit cooler, 70 in St. Louis and 70 right now in Cape Girardeau. We will be seeing some showers and thunderstorms on your Wednesday. We'll also see the cooler temperatures, and it looks like the 4th will be on the sunny side. All right, we have a high pressure system over the area tomorrow. There is a chance of some isolated thunderstorms throughout the area. Otherwise, we will be on the dry side, and we will start seeing that temperature increase at the end of the week. So we're definitely going to start seeing some more summer-like weather at the end of the 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. All right, forecast for tonight. If you're going out and about, isolated thunderstorms, 55 to 60 for your overnight low. Light to variable winds. Then for tomorrow, another chance of isolated thunderstorms. It's a slim chance, but there is a chance out there. 79 to 84, light to variable winds. Looking ahead the next several days, Independence Day, partly sunny, 81. Then we're starting to warm things back up a little bit. Partly sunny and 86 on Friday. The weekend, possibility of some isolated thunderstorms, 82 both Saturday and Sunday. Monday, isolated thunderstorms near 90, and then 88 and scattered thunderstorms on Tuesday. So there's your summer forecast at the end of the week coming up in just a few days. So, all right, don't forget you get the latest weather information at our website, KDKZ18.com.
I'm Stacy Johnson. As we celebrate the 4th of July, maybe it's time to think about a little financial independence. Some tips ahead on Money Talks News.
We all need to take responsibility in our lives and start thinking about how do we want to be treated at the end of our lives. I would definitely say Serenity Hospice Care is an expert in their field. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's help a phone call away. If it were me and I was diagnosed with a terminal illness, absolutely, I would choose Serenity Hospice Care.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Armchair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Armchair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
As our nation's independence approaches, maybe you should be thinking about your own independence. Money reporter Stacy Johnson is here with some tips to help you achieve financial freedom.
The 4th of July, the time we celebrate our nation's independence. And what better time to plan for your personal independence? Freedom is what gives us all the ability to do anything we want, including accumulating enough money so we can stop working and start enjoying life. Hopefully, we'll all be financially free one day, but if you'd like your financial freedom to come as soon as possible, I've got some tips to take you there. First, debt. The more you have, the less freedom you have, so start today to reduce yours. There's plenty of help out there to do it. Next, track your expenses. See where your money's going and always spend less than you make. Number 3, invest wisely. Never take too much risk, but if you never take any, you'll find financial freedom fleeting.
Number 4, focus on the future. It's just this simple. Live like you're going to die tomorrow, but invest like you're going to live forever.
Earn as much as possible. Make yourself more marketable. The more you learn, the more you'll earn. And finally, create, then visualize your goals.
Bottom line, anyone from any walk of life in America can achieve financial freedom. Easy? No. But then neither was the freedom our forefathers fought so hard to win. Want more information and specific advice on investing wisely and destroying debt? Just go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for financial freedom. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
As Stacy said, he's got a lot of information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, KDKZ18.com. Click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu.
For 15 years, Heartland Furniture and Appliance has been the leader in price for Restonic bedding. Whirlpool built Crossley appliances, Frigidaire appliances, sofa sets, recliners, accent furniture, and White's metal detectors. Same-day delivery with no waiting. We are fast becoming this area's leader in the home furnishing and appliance business. Need a little cash? Payday loans are available in each store. We'd love to have you come see us at one of our 3 locations on both sides of Main Street in Piedmont, Business 60 in Dexter, and next to Current River Ford in Donovan. Heartland Furniture and Appliance, 223-3200.
This is Sports Zone.
The St. Louis Blues selected 4 players in the 2013 NHL entry draft. With no first-round picks, the Blues selected defensive Thomas Vanelli in the second round with their first pick. The Blues then traded the 83rd, 94th, and 113th overall picks to Edmonton in exchange for another second-round pick to select forward William Carrier. The Blues sent the 203rd overall pick and the 4th-round pick to the 2014 to Nashville in exchange for a 4th-round pick, and they used it to draft St. Louis native forward Zach Pochiro. With their first final pick, the Blues drafted defenseman Santeri Seri in the 6th round. The St. Louis Cardinals had Monday off to prepare for 3 games against the Angels. All of the games will be late starts. We will have details on the outcomes of each game on 18 Eyewitness News. Every time Rams kicker Greg Zuerlein lines up for a kick, he puts a small target to aim for, knowing that he's close to that small target. He'll likely be able to hit the much larger one surrounding it. It's a tried and true method that served Zuerlein well and helped him set franchise and rookie records for the Rams last year. It also helped him split the uprights for a game-winning 54-yard field goal in overtime against the Niners on December the 2nd of last season. Of course, picking a small target within the larger confines of a set of goalposts allows for a little more margin for error than what Zuerlein was able to do recently when the guys from Double Perfect showed up at Rams Park. Double Perfect, a group of young guys not far removed from their college days at Texas A&M, have become something of an internet and YouTube sensation for their videos of people doing all sorts of amazing things. And that's Today in Sports. Guys, it's back to you at the news desk. I'm Aaron Cox.
Folks, thanks for joining Dustin and me on 18 Eyewitness News. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Until then, God bless everybody.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.